All right. So today I'm hoping that some people would join up and we could chat about the new MiceWIne updates. But well, I'm a very small YouTuber and this was a very impromptu live stream, so it is what it is. Right now I'm just transferring a file over to my device, an update to the Stalker, what is it? Shadow of Chernobyl GOG version that I got, so I'm just updating it so we can take care of some issues that it had. But while that's happening, um, I just want to talk a little bit about MiceWIne. So MiceWIne got an update last week to 0.4.0. There was a lot of fixes for controllers and a few other things behind the scenes, which was good. Um, we now have a way to save state for our emulation. However, I'm not sure how useful it'll be if you're playing like a very big game. It'll end up taking up a lot of RAM or a lot of space on your device if you try to save state for that. But some other games could be smaller games. It could work out really well. I know Pablo is working on his wrapper that's inside the application. As of right now, for this update, at least for me, I don't know, maybe some other people have had better uh, luck than I have. I can't use any Arduino tools or turnip drivers right now, but his built-in wrapper driver for the graphics is working pretty well for me. So I've been using that a lot. I know that Pablo is working on some other vast improvements for MiceWine in the near future, but we'll just have to wait and see what he comes up with for that. Um, as of right now, I'm going to go through and fix a couple things. Um, I know today, Zero Kimchi, so if you don't follow him, you should search for him on YouTube. He's a really good resource for settings and similar kind of gameplays that I do. But he released a couple things about Unity games today that I'm going to fix or try to update in MiceWine. So for games that have like the mono bleeding edge folder in their main directory, or if they have the game assembly folder in their main directory, he let out some new settings for that today that might work. So I'm going to add those and just adjust those inside MiceWine as well. And then I'm going to test a few things that have been giving me problems and maybe some new games. With the Steam Summer Sale, I bought a few new games. So we're going to try and use those as well. Yeah, so I was hoping we'd have some more people come in. Maybe we could discuss because I am definitely not the end all be all. I don't know everything about MiceWine when it comes to all the technical stuff. I know what works for me, but I'm always interested to see what works for other people as well. I'm trying to learn more. And like I said, I'm in the Discord chatting all the time, trying to learn as much as I can. So that's always fun. Um, so yeah, just waiting for this update to go over, and then we can start playing around with MiceWine a little bit. All right. If anyone is interested, over the last little bit, I've been streaming some games on Twitch as well. Mostly from my Mac though, so not really testing any Android stuff, but I think I might do some Android gaming in the future just to see how or what is possible, to see how long it'll go without crashing or that kind of stuff, to see if you can actually finish a game using Winlater or MiceWine. Um, I haven't been using GameHub very much lately. Like I've said it in a couple videos. The latest update just hasn't been good for performance, although there's been a couple mods come out. I got a 4.1.0 Xbox mod, whatever that means, that doesn't use online telemetry, so it doesn't send any of your stuff back to GameSir or anything like that. It's performing okay. It has some of the old files that GameSir took out, like the FX core and things like that. So I've been playing around with that one. Maybe if it's okay, I'll make a video on that or do a live stream on that as well. Um, all right, let's go into MiceWIne here. My file's still uploading, and if it finishes, it finishes. If it doesn't, it's okay. All right, so yeah, if you saw my video about blueprints, you saw that it worked pretty well in MiceWIne, but not 100%. I want to try a new game, one I haven't tried before. Well, actually, before I do that, let's update our box 64. So I have the bleeding mono and the game assembly presets that I try to use when I play a Unity game. So let's see here. For mono bleeding edge, is that the one I'm in right now? Yeah, bleeding mono. Okay. So what Kimchi was saying is that we want safe flags 0, which I think I already have. Oh no, I have safe flags 1. If it crashes, set to 1. If not, 0. So I'm going to leave that at 1. Big block 0, I knew that, which is fine. Strong mem 0, which is good. Weak barrier 1, weight. Where's weight? Call ret. Native flags call saying wait, turn it off. So let's turn that off. Call ret equals 2, which is interesting. It used to be off altogether. Aligned atomics enabled. Okay. The game doesn't boot, then disable it. Okay, dynamic DF. I don't know what dynamic DF is. Oh, maybe dynamic forward. No. I don't know if I have. Oh, dynamic DF. He wants that one enabled. Okay. Dynamic dirty. I did see that. Set it to 1. And native flags enabled. I think I have that. Yeah, native flags enabled. And then Dyna cache off. I don't think there's a Dyna cache here. Dyna cache. No, so we don't use Dyna cache there. So let's update that. All right. Now, for game assembly, Zero Kimchi set out some new stuff here. So he's saying safe flags. So going through here. 0, which I already have. Big block 3 or 2. I have it set for 2, and there's someone, I can't remember his name now, I'm sorry. His name on the Discord server, he continually says that 2 is better than 3. And I'm not sure I believe that, but I'm going to leave it at 2 for now. He's saying strong memory 0, but if crash is set to 1. So I'm going to leave it at 1, and then I'll put weak barrier 1, just for that. Weight off. Okay, so we want the weight off this time. We'll turn that off. Call ret 2 again. I remember call ret being turned off before. Anyway, we're just setting up some stuff before we get into some gaming or some tests here. So where's call ret? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so we set that to 2. Aligned atomics enabled. Yep. Oh, nope, it's not. Okay, let's turn that on. Dynamic DF enabled. Yep. Dirty should be set to 1. Don't know if these will work or not. Native flags enabled. Yep. And Dynacache, which we don't have. Okay, perfect. So I've got that. So I want to try a new game today. I just got this one. Oh, I think we crashed. Did we crash? Yeah. Oh no, we're back. Okay. Thought we crashed there for a second. All right, so it is called, I don't know if anyone else has played this one. Where is it? Suit for Hire. I thought it was interesting, or looked interesting at least. All right, so we hold it, we click create shortcut on home, and we should have the icon here. All right, so this is a fairly new game. So yeah, what I was saying before, so we have to use this wrapper. I can't get any of the Drino tools wrappers to work, so I use 25 1.4. It seems to work the best. So here we go again. So some people are saying 1.10.3 is probably the best one to use for everything right now, but we do have updates to 2.6.1. I don't have 2.6.2 yet, but I'm going to try this one first. And I'm just going to stick with the defaults first. That's normally how I like to test things at the beginning. So we're going to click start. And we're going to see what happens. So we're trying to see if this will actually load. Now, one good thing that has been added is we now have a task manager, so we can see if we're actually loading up, which is super helpful. We see that the RAM is going up there, which is good, so that means it is loading. If this thing starts to stop or nothing happens here, then we'll go into the logs. But right now, the task manager is our best place to see. Oh, and here we go. Awesome. So it loaded right away. Let's go to the settings here. Resolution, yeah. Borderless, perfect. No. This is a pretty low scale game. Let's just run everything at epic. See what happens here. Alright, we'll just leave everything the way it is. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I am not very good at this game. I've tried it once already, but we're going to try our best. New game. I'm definitely an amateur. Give it a try. Alright, there we go. So far it looks really good. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my controller. So right now it's not aiming where I aim, which is a little annoying. Okay, so I can't turn around. So that's going to make this interesting. Not sure why I cannot turn around. A bit of a controller issue. Alright, so when that happens, I'm going to turn on the virtual controller. Nothing happens with that. I don't think I have it set up properly. Okay, so that's a strange one. Why we can't turn around. We can walk. We cannot fire. We can kick. We can punch. But we cannot turn around even with our finger. Okay, so we have a definite issue here. So like I said, can't turn around. Playing suit for hire. But all right. With that, let's pull out of this for a second. All right, let's go back and take a look at our settings here. So something is messing with our controller here. So we have a MiceWIne controller set up. Let's leave our DXVK. It looked great, played great, but we have an issue with the controller. So let's try our performance. We'll leave this at 3.6. We'll try again. Yeah, let's just try again with that. Let's see if anything changes. So we know the game will load, but we have a little bit of a controller issue. I don't know if anyone's come into this kind of double stick shooters where you can't turn inside MiceWIne. I've never had that before. All right, let's try again. And yeah. I'm not very good. Let's try amateur. Maybe it was just a bug. Okay, at least we're facing forward this time, but we still can't turn at all. Oh, and then we walk through there, we turn backwards. So we're having some sort of issue. All right, so we have definite issue here. We could try maybe lower our box setting. It could be within our box setting. and I'm going to turn on the virtual desktop. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to try it just to see. And if I go into my test controller, everything works. So yeah, the good thing, I was having some issues with this actually until I talked to the developer, but you can go in and test your controller to make sure it is recognized. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll be recognized in a game, but we can try here. So I'm going to try this one more time. And if not, I'm going to talk to the developer or some people in the Discord to see if they can help me with that, and maybe I'll come back with a video about it. But we'll try it first and see what happens. All right, here we go. One more time. All right, start a new game. Actually, let's go back for a second. Let's check. Just in the settings. Maybe I made a mistake. Settings, input. So, yeah, forward, backward, left, space bar A. Time focus, kick. This one doesn't seem to work. Oh, that works. Okay, gameplay. Anything interesting? Show laser, yep. Crosshair, heavy ring, controller, aim assist. I'm not sure what that means. Alright, let's go in here. Like I said, we're getting 60 frames a second. We're just at the menu, but it looks good. Alright, let's try one more time, and we're going to switch to a new game. Maybe if someone has a suggestion. I have a ton of games on my thing. Alright, so the screen definitely moves, and as soon as we get here, we're focused on something right here. Don't know what it is, but there's a definite challenge right there where we get turned around and then we can't move anymore. This that max graphics. I think we're getting 40 frames per second right now. Like I said, we can do these things, but it just takes extra effort. It's just annoying. Oh, no, didn't see him coming. Going here, gotta keep moving forward or backwards as it is. Out of weapons, out of bullets, sorry. So he turned there. Alright, well this is really annoying, but looks pretty good. So hopefully we can figure out that issue. Alright. I'm not sure about that one. What could be the issue? I'll have to play around with it. So, got a few more games here. What's another one I haven't tested in a while? Or I've never tried before. Let's try Crypt Custodian. This one. Oh, why does that say Project Zomboid in there? Okay, that's weird. Strange. All right. Not sure what that's about, but let's go here. Open that up. All right, so we got Crypt Custodian. We're going to use that driver. We're going to leave it at 1.10.3 this time. Everything else default, just to start. Let's just see if we get any kind of loading at all. And again, I like to look at the task manager just to see what's going on. It's a great feature that Pablo added. It really helps understand if a game is loading or not. Oh, there we go, I hear it. I've got a weird window thing going on. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see if Crypt Custodian will work. And English, so let's stick with English. Yep, I got a controller. Alright, let's look at options. Yep. No. Shake screen. Sure. Alright, whatever. Looks good. Alright, it's responding to the controller. Let's just go with normal for now. Never played this game before, so we'll see. Oh, nice. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello, you're awake. Oh, Pip. The place. Oh, no, sorry, the palace. I need to learn how to read. Ghosts. Alright. Alright, we'll talk to Kendra, I guess. It's kind of a weird name for someone in charge. Alright, let's go. Oh, I can jump. Okay. Can dodge. That's all we can do right now. Okay. Yeah, just told me. A is to jump. Okay. We're trying our best here. So MiceWIne definitely runs this game well. So Crypt Custodian works. Looks really cool too. Really cool too. I like the cartoony style. Just heard a lot of recommendations about this, so I thought, view the map. Oh, okay. Simple kind of Metroidvania thing. There we go. Okay. So, what's it like inside the palace? Right, stick to the rules, apparently. Not getting through there. What is this? Oh, okay. You found a balloon. Swing it by pressing X. Okay, cool. Can I break stuff? Oh, there we go. Alright. Now we're asking for it. Let's break everything. Nothing to find, but it's okay. Let's go break all this stuff. Alright, this game's kind of fun. It runs super awesome. You don't need to change anything. I'm kind of running on base, just default. Didn't change anything. Okay, don't like that. That doesn't go anywhere. Alright. This is fun. Oh, here we go. Next things go. Alright, so this is like, yeah, Metroidvania-esque. I don't know if anyone else bought anything cool for the Steam summer sale. Let me know in the comments below if you're actually watching this. I'd like to, always looking for recommendations for games and things I can test on Win Later or MiceWIne, at least today. Alright, let's just get to a little bit of this and then we'll jump into another game. This is kind of fun though. Looks really cool. Like the styling, the Asian-inspired styling. The koi fish swimming around here. Really cool. Oh, what did we find? Anything? No. Just something that looks like it should be cool. Lots of koi fish. Very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know where I'm going. Where's the map? Okay, there's something up here. Oh, here we go. Kendra's chamber is right inside. Alright. You're on your best behavior. Alright, let's see. Let's see what Kendra has to say. And then we'll go try some other games in MiceWIne. So this is Crypt Custodian, just on default settings in MiceWIne for the new 0.4.0 version, and works really well. Really well. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions for some other games. I have a bunch on my system already, but I want to try out some new stuff tonight. And answer any questions, if anyone has any questions about MiceWIne. Help you guys out. Maybe you can help me out. That would be great too. I hope I've been good. Hope I've been good. That's what happened. I got run over. Oh no. So all the stuff that I just broke is going to send me to the bad place. Nice. That's fantastic. Great. All right. That was a plot twist. All right. Sentencing you to an afterlife janitor forever. Hold on to that broom. Great. All right. Go in here. Can I save? Yeah. All right. Let's save and exit. So that was Crypt Custodian on MiceWIne. Works really well. Really well. All right. So I tried out Suit for Hire. It works really well, but the controls, you can't aim. So you can move around, you just can't aim. So, yeah, a little strange. A little strange for that one. All right, so, like I said, I've got a bunch of games here. Some new ones, some I've already made videos of. Just looking to try anything. So I was looking at trying Death Trash. I know that it just got a new update. I don't think I updated mine yet, but it looked like an interesting game. Never played it before, but I watched some videos about it, and I thought maybe we could give it a try. So yeah, it's a good old game. Let's do this. So we hold on to it, we add our shortcut, and basically we're just going to run it in default mode first and see if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll start tweaking some of the settings to see how it works. See what we can have happen. No, sorry about that. My headphones keep slipping in. Oh, so this is a Unity game. So I was working on fixing some of the Unity stuff earlier. So we'll see if this actually loads or if we have to use one of the Box 64 presets that Zero Kimchi released today with some helpful settings for running Unity games. We'll see if this works. And we can always check our task manager, which is new for 0.4. And it says here it's still loading up, so that's perfect. Here we go. All right, so first thing, it recognizes our controller, which is always a plus. A lot of stuff here. Okay. Controller, yep. Yeah. Okay, so general, English, yep. Screen, 720p, unlimited. Yeah, camera, gameplay. All right, let's start a new game. We're just going with standard for now. I've never played this game before, so you guys don't need to see me dying all the time. We're trying to test the game. Amongst remnants of old civilizations, humanity rests in silent cities. Well, there you go. While machines wander, passing judgment, and the outcasts try to survive. Yeah, so I saw this game kind of looked like Zero Sievert, but not. I don't know. Oh, what have we got here? Got some points we can put in here. All right. Can we? Oh, here we go. Okay. Anyone have any ideas for what points I should put in here? I have no idea. I feel like hardiness is always a good one. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe strength. Occultism allows you to use the abilities that communicate with the flesh. Okay, why not? Allows the use of most forms of implants. Well, always like to implant something, I guess. Could be good. Empathy influences some interaction with other characters. Or finesse allows the use of better ranged weapons. Oh, we're using that one. Skills. Melee is probably good. Small firearms is probably good. Large firearms is probably good. Lockpicking, always fun. Pickpocketing, sure. Let's steal some stuff from some people. Oh, I like that guy. Oh no, I definitely like that guy. Head. Now let's stick with that head. Skin color. No, it's fine. Hair color. Ooh, I like the purple hair. Accent color. Can we go purple on purple? Is that purple? Yeah. Cloth color. Let's go with red. All right. Let's try this. So far, it's working pretty well. We're not getting crazy FPS, but we haven't gotten into the game yet. We'll see. Okay. Why does it feel like we're walking sideways and not straight up? Is that how we're supposed to walk? I don't feel like it is. Yeah, we're just kind of floating everywhere here. So that's a little strange. Yeah, we're rolling. All right, so there's a definite issue here. We're just sliding on the ground. We're not walking or anything like that. All right, so what that tells me is we're gonna have to go back and check with our settings here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go in and take a look. Okay, so I see game assembly there. All right, so we're going to try using our new game assembly box preset. We're going to leave this here. And I guess we'll try a new DXVK. Let's try the newest one that we have access to here. And we'll just turn this VK3D. I don't think that's what we were using, but I didn't pay quite close attention. All right, let's try this again. So sometimes you can see it'll work, but you end up with some graphical errors, like just your body floating around on the floor, not actually walking around. So we're going to try this again. Yeah, so it's a Unity game using game assembly. So we're going to use the settings that we got from Zero Kimchi today for the new Box 64 settings and see if that makes a difference. And again, can't seem to get Adreno drivers to work, so I have to use the base wrapper that Pablo, the developer of MiceWIne, has put into. Here we go. Okay. So now, look at that. We are now walking. So I think that was a DXVK issue. All right. So we're walking. Let's go try this. Oh. What is this machine? Looks broken. Okay. Let's keep going here. What is this? Trash. All right. I'm not sure why I grabbed trash, but cool. Anything in here? Oh, what's this? Yeah, this is not mine. Okay. Nothing in there. All right. But it looks, yeah, getting 50 frames a second, which is pretty good. No ranged weapon equipped. Okay. Welcome, former citizen. It looks like the operation has been successful. What operation? I'm interested now. Do you remember who you are? No. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. This is fortunate. Okay. We will take interest in your well-being. However, you have to leave us now. The danger of a possible contamination cannot be ignored. Please don't try to return to your old habitat. We have put security measures in place to prevent this. Okay. What security measures? Your body will malfunction permanently when nearing one of our habitats. So what happens to me now? Where should I go? This is not for us to answer. You are free to go anywhere as long as you don't try to enter a habitat. Here is all the relevant info for you in written form in case you forget. Okay, thanks. Yeah, let's take the course. Let's see how this plays out. Wait, you're not allowed to go here. The habitat. You would risk contaminating the other citizens. To prevent your life will be terminated if you enter the prohibited zone. Please leave this corridor. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go. Let's go this way. Oh, more trash. Oh, we got a door here. What's this going to do? Surface integration course. What is this? All right. So, playing this on MiceWIne, yeah, we're getting pretty good FPS. We had to change the DXVK and maybe the box 64 setting, so we're not sliding around on the floor. But we seem to be walking. It looks good. The course disables safety limits. Oh, God, that doesn't sound good. Good luck, former citizen. Well, thank you for that. Thanks for the luck. All right, where are we? What is that? Nano health. Okay. I don't know what that is, but like I said, I've never played this game before, so I don't know if anyone has any hints or anything you feel I need to know. What's this? Light combat vest. Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you. More trash. Just trash everywhere. Open inventory. Okay. What do I do with this? Head, oh, body armor. Equip. There we go. All right. What is this? Nano health. 70 health instantly. All right, let's take that. I was low on health. Okay. What else is around here? Oh, what's down here? Probably used for a bed. Yes. Probably. Oh, what was going on there? Oh, that's my stamina. Okay. All right. Well, not much is going on. Oh, here we go. So this game works. Doesn't seem like it has any issues. You might need to use the game assembly box 64 preset. Zero Kimchi posted it today on his YouTube site, but it seems to work. All right, let's get out of here. I'll come back to this later. Seems like a very interesting game. All right, so let's try something else. Oh, stuck here. Okay, so Crypt Custodian works no problem. Death Trash, you need to adjust the settings a little bit. And, well, if we had a graphical issue here, I wonder, let me look here. So, for Suit for Hire, is that a Unity game or not? I don't know. Engine, let's check out the engine here. Binaries, third party. No, I don't think so. It was a little strange what was happening there. Turbo, not sure what that is. Okay, that's just settings. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Oh, this is where we were already, right? Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, but let's go back here for a second. Let's mess with this a little bit. So we had a graphical issue where we couldn't, well, controller issue, I guess. We couldn't turn. I wonder if we go turn this up a little bit. Let's try 2.3.1. Let's try a different wrapper. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Load it up again. See if it makes any difference at all. Oh, here we go. So we got our error. We got this error the other day. Sorry, I guess I didn't have sound on for you guys. Not that there was much going on. Oh, and the device, MiceWIne crashed. Okay, so like I said, I shouldn't have used Adreno tools. It just doesn't work. So the wrappers don't seem to work for me right now. Might be just, could be just a me problem, or it could be an error with the program. Anyway, I've let the developer know. All right, let's just try it with the regular driver. Let's see if this works. See if we have some controller issues or not. Nope, same thing. All right, so something it doesn't like. All right, so we are using, oh no, we're still using the same wrapper. Why did it keep that? I want this one. Okay, that's what the problem was. Sorry. Kept it on the same wrapper for some reason for the graphics card. So let's try with a different one. See if we can get the controller to work. Yeah, so like I was saying, you can't use any, well, I can't. Just saying I can't. I can't use any Adreno tools or anything like that. So it doesn't let me load into the games or into anything. All right, let's just start a new game. I'm an amateur. Let's see if we can at least turn around. Before we couldn't even turn. No, so this is the issue. So we seem to be locked on this one spot right here. So when I go through this thing, it just turns me backwards. And then if I go back through the other way, it turns me the other way. But I cannot turn. So, all right, that's just an issue. I'll have to play around with it more. Anyway, all right, let's try another game. Got lots of games here. Like I said, summer sale has been very good. All right, let's go down to the bottom here. I don't know what demo is. So I got Zero Siebert. What Remains of Edith Finch. Watch Dogs. I feel like I did a few of these already. Trek to Yomi. Tomb Raider. Could be a good one. I have all three Tomb Raiders, but just the one on here right now. But I definitely want to play those. Well, let's try this one. I played this game in the past. I'm not very good at it, but it's similar, and it's a Unity game to what we were just playing with Suit for Hire. It's dual stick, but Unity player, what is this? This game assembly or mono bleeding edge? No, I don't see either one. All right, let's create our shortcut. Going down. All right, let's just try it on default settings and see what happens. See if it'll load up at all. All right, so we check our task manager. Like I said, this is one of the best new features. All right, so we can see that it's not loading here, right? Our RAM is not going up. So whenever that happens, I always like to go to the log and see here. Okay, so it's saying Mango Hut issue. So this has been a problem. I thought it was taken care of. So let's turn off Mango Hut, exit, and we're gonna try again. I don't know if anyone's interested. I did have a MiceWIne tutorial on how to set up and install MiceWIne, but I did it with an AI voice before I was ready to share my voice, and I feel like I could do a different tutorial, a better tutorial, if I did it myself using my own voice and talking. So I don't know if anyone's interested in that, but you can always leave a comment to say if you're interested in that, because it is a little complicated, but once you get it going, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy, actually, compared to some. All right, let's see here. Open up the task manager. We don't even have it there. Okay, so we have some sort of issue. So let's turn up our DXVK, and we'll just leave this for now. And our next step will be to change the box 64 to see if we can get it to work that way. So that's normally how I do things. I'll change video drivers and things first. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll go into box 64 settings and start messing around with either the version of box 64 or the presets. So let's check here. Task manager, not loading at all. Okay, so not a graphics issue. So let's go down here. So again, like I was saying earlier, we got a few new presets that I set up for Unity games. So we're going to try Bleeding Mono first. I don't know what this is. I just looked in the folder, but I didn't see what kind of game it was. So we're going to try this one. If this one doesn't work, then we're going to go to the game assembly and see. Right now it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's there this time. No, then it crashes. All right, so let's check out the log. It says Mango HUD wrapper. Okay, so I got a few little issues there. All right, let's keep messing with the box 64 presets. Let's try compatibility mode. So compatibility mode is just, I made it myself. I just copied it from the compatibility mode from Winlater because I did notice that the default preset didn't always work. So I like using this compatibility one to kind of give a feeling of whether or not I can get things to load or not. All right, so we don't have anything to do with our game here. So this one's getting a little tricky. So let's try again. So compatibility mode didn't work. So we're going to try game assembly preset. See if that helps at all. So again, task manager, we see it there, but it's not loading any RAM at all. I wonder, what do we see in the log? Okay, it's still doing something, so let's give it a second and see if it actually continues on. Sometimes it'll get stuck and then it will all of a sudden start to do something. Let's just give it a minute here and see if we can get the Hong Kong Massacre to work. I can't remember. I did try this game a long time ago, but I can't remember if I got it to work in MiceWIne or it was just in Winlater. I can't remember. I didn't make a video of it because I don't know. I don't know why I didn't make a video of it, but I didn't. All right, so that's not working either. Okay, so the Hong Kong Massacre is not doing great here. Yeah, this is the only driver I want to use right now. Maybe we'll take the DXVK down a little bit. I don't know if it makes a difference. Let's turn this off. Um, all right, let's just stick with defaults. The other two didn't work, so let's just go back, change a couple other things, and then let's see what happens here. Has anyone here ever tried MiceWIne before? If you're coming into this video, you're either interested in it or you have played around with it. I'd be interested to know if anyone's actually played around with it and what they think about it. I mean, I like it. The developer's really, well, he's 17, so he's really enthralled and very optimistic about where it can go. He's got lots of time on his hands right now, but it could have an end date in the next few years, unfortunately, just how life goes. What do we got here? So, okay, that's a DXVK issue. Okay, so let's take off the async. Sometimes that causes problems. Just try the regular one, and then we'll try one last thing, and then if that doesn't work, we'll move on to the next game and give it a try. Not looking good. No. All right, so it completely crashed. So the Hong Kong Massacre is not working right now until I can dig a little bit deeper in there. All right, let's look at some other games here. What else we got? Some of these games work, some of them don't. I know for sure. Let's try The Long Dark. This is one I've been wanting to play. So it's another Unity game. Game assembly. Okay. So we'll try default first. If that doesn't work, then we'll try our game assembly. We'll create our shortcut. Should have our icon here. All right, let's just see. Definitely need higher DXVK for that one. Might even need for DirectX 12. We're going to leave everything else the same for now. I'll just give it a try, see what happens. All right, checking the task manager. Yeah, it's loading. That's good. This is just on default settings, except for I changed the DXVK to a higher setting, to the newest one. Oh, here we go. All right, feels a little slow. We'll see. We're just frozen right now, so don't worry about your screen. It's not, your screen's not frozen. All right, here we go. Episodic story mode. Oh, now we're frozen. All right, so here we can say, except crashes in the menu. Oh, I have to completely quit. Okay, so let's start it up again. And this time we're going to change our box 64 preset. We're going to go with the game assembly preset. See if that helps it not crash. A lot more Unity games out there than I thought. So I'm glad that Zero Kimchi gave us some information today about how to set up with all these new box 64 settings. So we'll see if this actually works or not. Let's check our task manager. Is it actually loading? No, it crashed. Okay. So let's change this one. Let's try compatibility. Sometimes compatibility works. So again, I just copied the compatibility mode from win later and put it into MiceWIne. So we'll see if that helps. All right, so it's there this time. It's loading. Let's see if it pops up this time. It doesn't crash at the menu. Oh, here we go. Okay. Hit the button there. Feels a little bit better. Still a little slow. All right, so this is the long dark in MiceWIne. We're just trying to see if we can get it to not crash at the beginning menu. Since it is a Unity game, it does have some challenges. Okay, I hear music. I don't know if anyone else hears music. Hold on. No, don't. There we go. Now you do. Okay. But we appear to be frozen. And yeah, I think it crashed. So, all right. So we can't get to the menu. Let me look at my notes here. So for game assembly, save flags. Let's go into the 64 preset here. So like I said, I made my own preset. All right. Maybe we try Big Block 3. Who knows? Strongmen. The crash is 1. Yes, yes, yes. Safe flags. Oops. Safe flag 0. Yeah, if it crashes, set them to 1. Okay, let's set it to 1. So there's definitely crashing. I don't know what that is. Dynamic pause. Okay, let's try this. We set the safe flags because we're getting crashes. Let's try again. Oh no, we did it in compatibility mode. Sorry. Let's go back. We need to change this one again. Back to game assembly. Okay. Try it again. So trying to get the long dark to not crash on MiceWIne at the menu. I said running into a lot more Unity games. I didn't think I owned this many Unity games, but I guess I do. So they have, oh, nope, the wine process stopped. Okay, what happened? Where's the log? Creating window, no driver could be loaded. Oh, okay. That's not good. Task manager empty. All right, so we couldn't get a window on that one. Let's turn. All right, let's turn down the DXBK a little bit. Maybe we turn on the virtual desktop. Sometimes that can help with these things. And maybe we just try default. Didn't seem to want to work. Let's try it again. If not, this might be our second fail. So super higher didn't work. Maybe this one, the long dark, will not work either. Task manager. No, it's not even there. Let's give it a second, but I don't think it's going to load. All right, oops. So the long dark does not work on MiceWIne yet. Don't think there's anything else I can try. DXVK, turn off this one. Maybe I can try a different box. 3, 4. Let's try performance. Let's just mess with a bunch of things and then go backwards. See what happens. So The Long Dark is an interesting game. I have played it a little bit, but it's fairly new, right? And it's a little graphics intense, but I think the fact that it's a Unity game, it's not working very well in MiceWIne. I did play it in Win later, though. I think it worked very well, if I remember correctly. All right, so the new feature for MiceWIne, we can check the task manager. No, it's already crashed. Already crashed. Okay, so one last try, and then we'll try one more game. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's get off this. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to default. Sometimes the default one is the best one. Leave everything else the same. Let's try default. See if this will load. Okay, we got further this time, but it still feels very slow. All right, let's wait for it to load, see if we get anything. Okay, here we go. We can move, let's go survival. Won't let us in. So like I said, sometimes default is the best choice. But will it actually load? Let me check the task. Oh, can I check the task manager? No. All right, let's give it a second. See if it does anything. Let's say here, music. No. So it crashed. So we were so close there. I feel like, what did we have? You know, we had the newest DXVK, the wrapper, or sorry, the turnip driver. I wonder if we go back to 3.6. 3.6 has been pretty good. All right, let's make this the last one. We'll make this the last try for this game. So I think I have to play around with the long dark and suit for hire. They don't seem to want to work very well. But Death Trash worked really well. Crypt Custodian worked really well. Did we play another game? I can't remember. Anyway, we'll go back and take a look. But those games play really well. Oh, it's not looking good. Well, it says it's loading, right? So anytime I'm not sure, I always go into the task manager on the left. Great addition to MiceWIne. It was really, really needed. Before, just having to look at the log files was infuriating to try and figure out if there was an issue, if something was wrong. So this is really good. Let's see if it loads up. One last try. It's not looking good. It's there. It's loading up a little bit. The RAM is going up very, very slowly. But I don't think it's going to load. It should be going a lot faster than that. Oh, he's had a jump. There we go. Okay. Like I said, sometimes it takes a long time. Let's try. All right, so we're trying to get the long dark to work in MiceWIne right now. Which is a Unity game, fairly new Unity kind of survival game. That's very slow to respond right now, so I don't have high hopes, but we will try. Okay, we're in. We're just clicking survival. Thank you. Survival. Oh, here we go. New. Yeah, it's a little slow to respond right now. There we go. For new experience, yeah, I've only played this game one time. Let's go Mountain Town. Why not? Let's see what happens. This is the farthest I've got into this game so far. Uh-oh. I hope it's just loading. Oh, can't get into. Alright, let's give it a second. Took a while before. Let's see if it'll load up. And no. Alright, so the long dark does not work, which is fine, I guess. Keep messing around with it. If anyone has any ideas why it's not working, please let me know in the comments below. That would be great. What's another one we can try before I take off here? Let's try Tomb Raider. I haven't played this one in a long time. I want to play it. Alright, let's create a shortcut. Oh, sometimes if your shortcut doesn't show up, you can just restart the program. Quit, restart. It'll usually show up. So just a helpful hint for that. Alright, this is an older game. So yeah, let's leave it at 1.10.3. We're going to leave everything else default to start. So that's, like I said, that's normally my process. I'll start with default settings, and then I'll start adjusting as we go. So let's give this one a try. See if we can't load Tomb Raider 2013. Let's see if this works. So far, not looking so good. All right, let's check the task manager. Yeah, so it didn't load. Okay, so let's go back. Maybe we need a higher DXVK. So let's try 2.3.1. So I don't want to put it up to brand new because this is not a new game, but I am going to try compatibility for my Box 64 preset just to see if it'll load. Again, not looking too great. Let's see here. Nope, it crashed altogether. Okay, so let's open it up again. Let's give it the newest DXVK. And let's just go with full-on performance mode. Let's see how it loads this time. Not looking good here either. No. All right, so we're not getting over 100 this time. So definitely have an issue here. Let's take this down. So this is an older game. So let's try 0.3.2 on the default. Sometimes the box version can cause issues. So we're going to try this. It's not looking good again. No, we're still stuck. What's the log say? Failed to open Service Manager. Mango HUD on again? Well, it could be causing an issue. Alright, let's exit out and just try it without Mango HUD turned on. It's like sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Let's check the task manager right away. Yeah, lots of CPU usage, but RAM is just not increasing, so the game is just not loading. The same error we had before. Let's just give it a minute and see if anything changes. Anything change in the log? No. Alright. I'm going to just try something interesting with this one. I'm going to try running the... I'm going to try the Adreno Tools one. I'm going to try it with 3.6 default. Just see if the new graphics driver hasn't been working properly. We'll just try it. See what happens. So trying to run Tomb Raider. Oh, we got a few more megabytes of RAM this time, or loaded into RAM. What error did we get? Warning. So it has to do with the wrapper. Okay. All right, let's try compatibility, just to see if that helps at all. Don't think it will, but it just gives us some more information to see where we're at. To see whether or not we can actually get it to load up. Let's check the task manager. It's not even there at all. All right, so it crashed right away. So compatibility doesn't work. Let's try performance mode again. Just keep trying the same thing over and over again. See what happens. I don't think this is going to load. Has everything to do with the driver, I think. No, it's not on it. No. All right, let's try. I downloaded a prop driver the other day. I have no idea if it would actually work or not. Let's just give it a try. So that's what we have to do. In order to get things to work, you just got to keep trying and trying and trying. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, we got the 102 with that one as well, but it's not going any further. So let's try. I know sometimes these games need a special settings. I didn't look it up for Tomb Raider. Might have to create a preset just for Tomb Raider. That's why it doesn't work. Might have to come back to that. Let's see here. Oh, we got a little bit further. 164 this time. So we were closer. Wonder if we put the DXBK down. Since this is a 12-year-old game at this point, right? 2013. Well, let's just see. Maybe this will work a little bit better.
No. Nope, not quite. What's it say? Same thing. Has to do with the box 64 or the wrapper. Let's try default with those settings. See what happens. So Tomb Raider 2013 on MiceWIne. It's a very, very challenging game. So far, Suit for Hire and The Long Dark do not run. But Crypt Custodian, um, Death Trash, those both work really well. So low-powered games so far. But this one, yeah, we just can't get it to load. I feel like I need a special, or I remember putting in a special preset that needs to be set up for this one. So I'll have to do some research on that. We know Blueprints works because I just made a video about that. Well, here's a game that just started working without any tweaks. Let me turn up in order to get this game to work before, I had to input all the SDL settings for the controller, otherwise it wouldn't work. But now with 0.4, Pablo put all those settings in the background, so he's got it all set up for SDL controllers, so this game works right out of the box, which is great. I hope. Maybe I'm lying. I don't think so. I was playing it the other day. It's like Stardew Valley meets Red Dead Redemption is what I was told. And it kind of is. So, oh, it didn't load. Let me change. I changed the driver, so maybe that was the issue. Maybe that's the issue on some of the other ones too. So let's go to 25. Let me try that. Maybe 25.1.4 was the problem. And we can try that on a couple other ones and see what happens. So MiceWIne, playing a relatively unknown game, Cattle Country, or trying to at least. It did load the other day. Okay, it's loading. There we go. Okay, so the controller works right out of the gate, which is good. You used to have to put in the SDL settings, which was a pain in the ass because you had to put in like 8 different environmental variables for it to work. But this one works no problem. So, yeah, I don't want to really get into this game, but it works no problem. But now that I just noticed that the graphics driver didn't work on this one, I wonder if I change the graphics driver. So I tried to use 25.1.4, but let's try just the generic 25. See if we get any further in Tomb Raider. Because I know this one works. I know it does. But I'm not sure why it's not loading. All right, so we change the graphics driver. Let's just go back to our top sync default. Okay, let's just give that a try. Just want to see what happens here. So yeah, we get a hard cap on the memory. So if we go in, let's try performance. Let's see what happens here. No, we're still getting a hard cap on that. And yeah, about the driver. Okay. So if we go in, I know I'm a little obsessed. I want to get this game to work because I kind of want to make a video on it. If we go compatibility, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. No, just crashed even before it started. Okay. I wonder, I don't suspect. It's not a Unity game, but let's try Bleeding Model. Let's just see. Any of these work. Otherwise, I might have to make a custom preset for Tomb Raider. I'll have to do some research. All right, so it just crashed and didn't work at all. And let's just try game assembly. I don't suspect it'll work, but give it a try. Normally, any of them, okay. Gave us a couple megabytes extra. All right.
So I'm gonna have to do some research for a custom preset for Tomb Raider. So right now, just to recap, Suit for Hire works, but you can't turn. The controller doesn't allow you to turn. Not sure what that issue is. Crypt Custodian works perfectly. Death Trash works perfectly. Hong Kong Massacre will not load, but let's just try one last thing. Let's change our driver setting here. And make sure, let's just use newest DXVK. Let's make sure we're using the newest of everything. And then just default. But it would not load earlier, so we're just going to give it one last try. So same kind of thing. We're getting up and then it just crashes. All right. Let's try compatibility. Let's see if anything changes. If not, that one might need a custom preset as well. Oh, okay, we're loading this time. Or not. No, so we got a little bit, then it crashes. Okay. I don't know what I just tapped on. All right, one last one. Let's just check the performance. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to, yeah, see if I can find a workaround for it. Okay, I'll go here. It's there, but not loading. All right, so the Hong Kong Massacre doesn't load. The Long Dark loads. Oh, I wonder if we change this one. Let's do one last test. Let's just switch the drivers up here. Everything else got us in. Oh, wrong one. All right, let's just try this one. We got into the menu, but then it crashed. So we'll try this with a new driver. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then yeah. Only tonight, Crypt Custodian and Death Trash were the only two games that actually worked. All right, well, at least we got to this menu. And here. I'm gonna turn Mango HUD back on just so I can see what's going on. Okay. Let's load this. So maybe it was the graphics driver. Maybe. Okay, survival, new. We got all of this before. Pilgrim. I want to go to. Oh, are we frozen now? I think we froze again. Yeah, we froze. So we crash just when we get into the map. That's what happened last time. Yeah, there we go. Close app. Okay, so Crypt Custodian, Death Trash, no problem. The rest of these, I'm going to need to try and figure out something. So anyway, thank you to those who showed up. I really appreciate that. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this kind of thing, I'm going to do this every once in a while, just messing around so you guys can, again, see my process. And I'm hoping more people will show up. I had quite a few viewers today, but no one wanted to chat. That's okay. If you guys have questions or you just want to talk about MiceWIne or what you're doing with it, what games you enjoy, I'm all about that. I really like talking about that kind of stuff. So just let me know in the comments. And if you have suggestions for games you want me to try, I've had some people put them in there and I try to make videos or at least try to do them during these streams. So yeah, that's MiceWIne 0.4.0. Maybe tomorrow or later this week, I'll try some other games. Like I said, I'm going to buy a few on Steam and kind of crack my own games to run them on my system. You know how it goes. And we'll see how that works. All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.